morning, everyone. Your show notes are in the chat. Drop tickers, questions, etc. in the Discord. A little bit of housekeeping stuff just before we get started. FYI, Market 411 is coming back. I kind of teased this about a month ago, then got busy with, with the AI stuff. But now that we kind of got that locked down with Iris, Market 411 is going to be back 4:11 Eastern every trading day, only on X. So go to x.com/StocksToTrade, give us a follow. Remember, it's those of you, maybe you know what Market 411 is, maybe you don't. I did it for about 6 months a while back. A little bit more big picture stuff, more market commentary, recapping the day, bigger picture themes. Like today, FYI, one of the main topics today is that absolute, like possibly one of the dumbest, most idiotic business decisions that has ever happened. So with Sam Altman at OpenAI, and then Microsoft, the smart guys, big surprise. Anyway, talking a lot about that and crazy. I saw all these people over the weekend. They're like, oh, Microsoft's going to open limit down. Meanwhile, it's up 2%. But anyway, follow us, x.com/StocksToTrade. Link is in your chat. Other housekeeping stuff. Remember, Wednesday is a normal day. People will tell you differently. It is a normal trading day. Wednesday is a normal day. Thursday is closed. And then Friday, market does close early at 1 p.m. That is the correct calendar. You'll hear wrong calendars all week long. That's the right one. That being said, again, hit me with tickers. CUEN, Chat Pump. What do we got here? He's up early. What's he doing up so early? Thank you, Corvette and Daily Trader. Well, what do we got here, man? You know, here's the funny thing. If you read the notes, and I posted the notes about 10 minutes ago, I'm like, oh, gross. Look at all these true pennies. Ask and you shall receive. We got us a nice little $3 low floater. Let me ask on locates on this guy. Oh, and FYI, guys, we're going to do a normal pre-market prep. But then at the end, I do have a guest for you guys at 8:45. Hard to borrow report on CUEN. So if you know the status at the sketchy brokers on the borrows on CUEN, let me know. I would like to see that. And let me get the read. Nice. I was hating all these true pennies, baby. $3 low float chat pump. What's the news on this guy? Some BS. 861% revenue. Telecommunications and financial ecosystem, blah, blah, blah. Nice headline. Hey, it's a revenue boost. Piece of crap penny stock, but these guys are in Miami. We got street view on this place. Ooh, Miami Beach, no less. Miami Beach, no less. Come on, give me a street view. Dang it! They're right next to Ross's Dress for Less, though. And Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. Hey, listen. When I'm looking to invest in a telecommunications company, I'm always looking for somebody that's located between Ross's Dress for Less and the Chicken Fingers open late place. It's a suite. So it looks like they're in a strip mall. Would love to see a street view on this one, but I won't spend the time. Former runner, multi-month breakout. Lot to like here for a piece of crap day trade. So number one day trade. Sketchy Miami Beach office. Former runner, multi-month breakout. Top DNR as of now, baby. So remember the rules. We'll talk about the rules, okay? 3 cent locates. Thank you, Jake, my man. Cheap locates too. Oh. 3 cents a share as of now. Gold star for Jake, my man. Ooh, man, we got a nice recipe. So remember the rules, guys. Let's step through the rules. What's rule number 1? Rules on chat pumps. Buy in pre, sell in pre. Remember, we talk about this every day. As you move through the list, we start out with the most aggressive trade at the top, and we work down through safer and safer and safer plays. Okay? Now, remember, buy in pre, sell in pre, very aggressive. We only get aggressive when things are going really well. Remember, we talk about this pretty much every day. If you had a rough week last week, the last thing you should do is trade a chat pump in pre, right? Right? We all agree? I don't think I have the webcam on. I'm doing thumbs up, okay? 9:33 Oracle signal, 9:45 DNR, 2 p.m. VWAP hold. If it closes at or above VWAP, top warg. Okay. A lot of guys talking about shot. I think it's in the notes, isn't it? Yeah, week open ready green. Nice trend. I think it's in the notes, isn't it? Thought I put that. Yeah, shot, week open ready green. CDIO. Ooh, CDIO is back, man. Talk about nothing dying, baby. Jeez. Still. Oh, I know you guys don't want to hear it. I know you do not want to hear the history of sketchy penny stocks, but you're going to hear it anyway. This did not happen, guys. I mean, this is, and when I say that, you should be excited about this, okay? Listen, guys, this was a 17-cent stock a month ago, and it is still at $1.17. And we've seen so many second legs on these things, so many secondary moves. Oh my sweet goodness. $1.30, $1.50, $1.70, all those levels are in play. All the Oracle signal. And again, anyway, back to the history lesson. This just did not happen. Like 3 days. 3 days. Every single penny stock from, I started trading penny stocks in 2006. From 2006 to 2016, every single penny stock was dead and buried in 3 days. Every single one. News and still hanging around. And here this is 30 days on. All Oracle, there's your 130. All Oracle resistance level valid. 130, 145, 173, all the way up, baby. And I like, whoops, I didn't unplug my mic, did I? All right, I'm not. Anyway, hook. I gave back the whole move. NOGN. True penny in the notes, right? Yeah, they're all the same. Remember, guys, it's always the same answer on true pennies. Yeah, PLTR. Guys, again, at 8:45, I'm going to bring on Jeff Zaneri. Jeff is an options guy. We're going to talk about these high-price plays like Palantir and DraftKings and CRWD and Microsoft. So once I'm done with the official 15-minute pre-market prep, I'm going to bring Jeff on. So we're going to talk about these higher price plays and how to trade them, like the PLTRs and the DraftKings and, again, CRWD and Microsoft, etc. FBIO. Just light volume, mayhem. So mayhem, it's always, this is always that kind of difficulty. Like, listen, it's a nice chart. It's just I really can't give you a trade plan based on 50,000 shares. So I apologize, mayhem, but I can't. I can't give you a read on 50,000 shares. ATGL. Yeah, again, Yeah, I mean, wow. Yeah, I mean, Oki, I agree. It's just, you know, and again, Oki trades, you've been around. You just got to wait till it sees real volume. But understand, everyone, ATGL, total, absolute China scam, okay? Has huge spikeability, though. So if you're trading ATGL, two things you got to do. You got to wait for real volume, okay? You got to make sure this thing is actually going to trade volume. And then please just trade micro size, like micro size. Now it has huge spikeability, but just make sure that, you know, you're not oversized on this thing. It's going to move fast. It's probably going to halt. It's going to go up fast. It's going to pull back fast. Going to be scary one. So, MNOV. If I can spell. I mean, it kind of gave back the brain cancer. One to watch. Volume really fading. Kind of gave back most of the move. It's a dip and rip though. Brain cancer. Wish it was lower float. So set alerts near the high of day. Set anticipating hot alerts for the DNR. Volume really fading along with price action right now. So look for the bounce. Look for the bounce on this thing. Shot has news, someone says. Is that right? All right. Yeah, there's a headline. No real reaction to it, though. FYI, there is a headline for Shot. Thank you, Rakula. Just no real reaction, though. Nice to see that they're continuing to try and pump themselves, but just zero reaction to that. Some of you asking what a DNR is. Again, guys, please, I would beg each and every single one of you. Remember, there's ebooks, there's master classes, there's a whole archive of information in the daily income trader system. Like, please, guys, take advantage of the education stuff. Now, remember, I use the acronyms, I use the shortcuts to save us time so that we don't have to go over these every day. And I know we got new members. New members are awesome. I welcome each and every one. But it's an efficiency thing to be able to use these patterns, to use these shortcuts and use these acronyms. But understand, if you go to your dashboard, there is hours and hours and hours and hours of educational materials. Take advantage of that. It'll get you up to speed. So, all right, number one and number two, CUEN and CDIO, as of right now, they're not true pennies. So, like if you're asking why are those, NEPT. So I just don't like the true pennies. But if I know a lot of you guys do, if you like the true pennies, top idea, CUEN, chat pump, only on strength. Backup ideas are the two low floaters over $1. NEPT and CDIO. Let me give you those show notes. So guys, I'm going to bring on Jeff Zaneri right now. Jeff's going to pop in usually pretty much every Monday. And we're going to kind of give a read. So now, the official pre-market prep is over. So now we're going to move in and bring on a guest. Just kind of want to go over a lot of what we've been talking about with a lot of these higher priced options plays. And Jeff's actually a former hedge fund member or hedge fund manager, options trader. And really, I know it always kind of sounds a little funny, but he's basically teaching me as well. So I'm ready for you to jump. Oh, there he is. All right. Admit. So there we go. All right. So again, guys, let me recap. Link is in chat. Number one crappy morning play, which Jeff will love, is CUEN. Chat pump. low float, easy to borrow, easy to short, Money Monday type play, former spiker, lot to like there. So that being said, welcome aboard, Jeff Zanieri. So guys, I'll keep it real quick. I only have a few minutes before I jump on that 9 a.m. webinar, but Jeff's been around. He's teaching me options. Him and Ben are teaching me. I'm always looking to learn, always looking to improve, and like especially what we've seen lately with all of these higher price plays, some of the biggest, most explosive movers. What's nice is you don't have to sit there and micromanage them like the penny stocks. As much as I love penny stocks and will always love them, you know, we've often talked about the P cup story, okay? When you're trading penny stocks, you gotta have a P cup at the desk, okay? What's nice about these real stocks is you can walk away a little bit. So that being said, welcome Jeff. He's an official part of the team. He's part of the StocksToTrade team. You're gonna be hearing from him a lot. He's gonna be here at least every Monday, maybe more. Welcome aboard, Jeff.
What's up, Tim? How you doing? Thank you for having me. Great to be with you. Hell yeah, dude. Trading options is the shit. I'm going to show you a couple of examples. I don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to dive right into the meat and potatoes later. And I'm going to have a trade, hopefully, a free one for y'all to jump on this week, because it's turkey week. Everybody's already like hiding their expensive bourbon from the in-laws. I know I am. I don't, you know, my father-in-law can't tell the difference between the swill and the top shelf, so I'm gonna have to.
Just pour it in the bottle, and then
That's it. But in the meantime, I'm looking to make some dough. And tomorrow, we've got NVIDIA earnings. So another really cool aspect of trading options, and slightly different than penny stock land, is big earnings matter directly. Now, I don't like to trade options on stocks that are reporting, because I feel like it's coin flip city. It's a 50-50 ball. But I like to trade correlated names that I can find value in, and I've got a good one for you guys if you stay on till the end of what I'm going to show you all. But that's really mostly what I had planned. I didn't have a lot more than that to show a couple of examples of why options are cool. I know pretty much everyone here trades pennies, but I don't know how familiar you guys are.
We've got a pretty good mix, because like, you know, it used to be like everyone was just pennies. That was it. And, you know, again, we've kind of been, a lot of people have been branching out. So like I see a lot of people in the room talking options all day. So that's kind of why I brought you on, because a lot of people are asking more and more. It seems to be like it's catching traction lately for whatever reason. So we've got kind of that, the room is more and more where people are dabbling and looking at this stuff.
Well, everybody here loves to make money, right? And we love to make money in a super fast and furious fashion. We don't have all day. We're not going to sit here waiting for the treasury bonds to pay us off. Put money in CDs for the next 48 months. That's not for people like us, right? So there's a great parallel between small caps and options, in the sense that you can have like unbelievable returns in a really short period of time, if you know what you're doing, if you have a system, if you've got the cojones to put it on and take it off properly and execute your plan. But that's what you teach people already. So I think that a lot of the people that are already your students, Tim, are going to make unbelievable options traders, because the discipline, the work ethic, the strength of character, having a plan, executing your plan, not being a sheep, all that shit matters in options land too. So there's a lot of skills that they've already developed that are going to help them make money pretty quickly.
Perfect. Hey, if you know, I got a hard stop at 9. I got to jump on that other webinar.
Will you stay on just if there's questions? Because I can't see any questions.
100%. Yep. And so everyone there, I'm watching the Discord, and even after we end, guys, I'll be watching the Discord. If you have any questions or anything, I can help you out. So yeah. Because this room, Jeff, I'm watching all day long. So yeah.
I love it, Tim. Thanks, dude. Thanks. So this is NVIDIA's chart, and this is obviously like the main setup that we're looking at here. But the first thing I really want to show you guys, and I brought this up and I showed this to my team earlier, was why do we trade options, okay? This is why we trade freaking options. Because this is November of this month. Now, DraftKings has been a stock that Tim's nailed, that a lot of people have nailed. And we're all like, because we watch the same types of breakouts and the same type of strength and the same type of volume. We have a lot of the same fundamental setups we're looking for. But just look at the return on this 35 call this month. In November. I'm not talking to you about like Benjamin Franklin's freaking trading. I'm talking about now.
Well, and again, we nailed the call, but it was only up, it was up $5 a share, which is great.
And this is, to be fair, this is
2,700%.
This is an extreme example. This is an option that was kind of like out of the money, but I had a recommendation that was a 500%er for my people, but this was a 2,700% opportunity in the 35 call. This is why we focus. This is why I look at options. This is why people are into it. All right. So now let's go back to NVIDIA. Okay. And this is a case that I'm honed in on because they have options tomorrow. What you're looking at is a Bloomberg chart. This thing is expensive, and we go back and forth, the partners and I, about the cost of this thing. But I say it all the time, and Tim and I are kind of like from the old school. We work very hard and we don't suffer fools gladly.
Yep.
So I said to our mutual partner, Zach, I was like, if you can find me a kid that is going to produce this kind of output and work his ass off as hard as a Bloomberg is for me for $2,500 a month, let's hire him. I'm going to show you why it's worth its weight in gold. But anyways, this stock has moved from November 1st through this morning, 23%. 23%. This is a mega cap stock. So if we look underneath the hood at NVIDIA here, this stock has 115 PE. It's up 237% this year. It's got a $1.2 trillion market cap. That's all well and good, right? What am I really interested in? Because I'm a math nerd and I like stats. I might not look like your typical nerd, just kidding. But I like stats. I like to do trades where I have edge and I've looked at the numbers. So what I'm going to show you now, you pretty much can only get on a Bloomberg. This is what NVIDIA's stock has done on the day that it's announced, the day after it's announced earnings. So the next trading day, this is what the stock's done, okay? So we're looking at the last quarter here, if you follow me. The stock had a 30%, their earnings were 30% better than the street estimated, right? What did the stock do? It did jack shit. It didn't do anything, right? But the quarter before that, the underlying stock, NVIDIA's stock moved 24%.
Yep,
$1 trillion stock moved 24%.
Yeah, I remember that day.
That's a crazy move, right? So we are expecting, the options market is where we get these numbers here. We're expecting an implied one-day move, for those of you guys out there, of 7% on NVIDIA, up or down. So calls are pricing in a 7% move. Puts are pricing in a 7% move. We don't know. We don't know if they're going to beat. Everybody likes to have like their little inside baseball bullshit and say, I know. You don't fucking know. I'm sorry, I dropped the F-bomb.
Yep.
You don't know. What we do know is the math here is that there's a 7%, there's a likelihood of a 7% implied move. All that is the mean of all these recent moves together, you see? But there's a lot of outsized moves here, right? 14%, 24%, 8%. That's in an underlying stock. That's in the underlying stock. Now, if you follow me to options land, and this is going to be a real, I have like 12 minutes to do all this, so I'm doing the best I can.
No problem. Yep, yeah. I know you're rushed. Yeah.
It's kind of complicated, but here we are in options land. This is a trade station options montage. They all look kind of the same, right? The first thing you always have to pay attention to is when is the option expiring. So I'm looking at this weekly option because that's the nearest option, and it's the most bang for the buck. This stock is right now trading at $496 in the pre-market, right? So if you're buying a call, a $500 call, you're expecting that NVIDIA, you're paying for the right to buy NVIDIA stock by Friday at $500 a share. All right? That's all that means. But you're paying $16 to do it, $16.50. So NVIDIA really has to trade above $516 for you to make a profit.
Right.
We're at $496 now. Let's think about that, right? Now, if you're buying a put, we're betting the stock goes down. We're bearish. We're shorting the stock if we're buying a put here, right? NVIDIA has to trade at $477 or lower for us to make money on our puts. That's expensive. So both sides of these are too expensive for me. So here comes the free trade. It's not Christmas, it's Thanksgiving, but I'm giving you all a gift. What I like to do is I like to look at a stock that's in the sector, okay, that's gonna move because it's in the same ETF baskets as the rest, as as NVIDIA. It's traded by all the same institutional fund managers. It's in all the mutual funds, all the ETFs. Intel's going to freaking move, all right? But Intel is implying a much smaller move on the weekly option. So Intel is trading right now at $43.50, down a little bit from Friday's close. Look at these $44 calls. So if Intel trades at $43.20, we're in the money.
Yep.
We're in the money on these puts. I like the 44 puts, okay? Because I think there's a chance that NVIDIA's unbelievable AI, scamdemic, that doesn't live up to the hype this quarter. And if it doesn't, look out below. It's not going to be a 0.5% move.
Sure.
It's a richly priced stock that's making a double top, right? So what's going to happen to the rest of the sector? Do you think Intel is going to have a 1% move or a 5%?
Well, and Intel's been on a hell of a tear too. So people are going to be looking for a reason to take profits. Yeah,
that's exactly right, Tim. So if we look at the chart, and then you do this all day with your people, and I'm talking the same stuff, but I'm just applying a little bit of options math and looking for some outsized return on a short period of time. Now, if we look at this stock, look at this freaking stock, dude. The 50-day moving average is $36.71. Okay. I think I'm not going to be greedy and say it's going to get down there in 4 days, but I think it's not crazy to think we might test $40.
Sure.
$40 a possibility, right? If NVIDIA gets whacked. So Intel 44 puts expiring this week, pay $1 or less to make $4. That's risk reward. That's
what I teach every day. Yep.
That's what I got for you guys. I told you I was coming in and I was bringing just straight filet. I was bringing cowboy ribeye for my hunter. I was bringing freaking elk. I was bringing. We don't eat salads over here.
Nope.
We drink scotch and we eat meat and we make money. So I wasn't bringing any fluff. I didn't have any pitch for y'all. I had a freaking trade. So I'm going to try to come back next Monday, probably a little bit hungover. And you guys can throw eggs on me if I got this shit wrong.
So awesome, Jeff. Thanks. Yeah. And way to finish with right on time, man. So thanks, guys. Thanks, Jeff. All of you guys, if you want more info. So I just dropped the number for Jeff's team in the Discord. If you're more interested, I mean, I know this was fast. It wasn't exactly an options education, but he did give you a very solid trade idea. I love this idea. And again, if you're willing,
to be clear, we only buy options. I only recommend buying. No fancy spreads, no complicated stuff, no PhD. You get the stock right, you make money on the option. You got to get the direction of the stock. So
if you want to, basically, I'm going to be learning along with you. So guys, if you're interested and you want to learn along with me from Jeff, again, that number's in the Discord. You can click or I can give it to you. It's also it's 855-523-1566. I'll put it in the show notes as well. So if you're interested, give that number a call. I got to run. Have a great day, Jeff. I'm sure I'll talk to you more. But if I don't, have an amazing
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, have a great Thanksgiving. So, all right.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Well done, man. All right, see you guys.
Peace.